Hi, hopefully you can hear and see me okay, and I'm coming through loud and clear. Hello to everybody who is joining me live. I'm doing a little bit of I'm trying to do a destash. So I thought I'd come on and just kind of do it with you guys watching, and you can tell me whether I should keep stuff, get rid of stuff, what I should do with it. I have been sort of tidying through cupboards, making sure everything's sort of neat and tidy. And then what I've done is all of the stuff here is literally out of the bottom, like my bottom shelf cupboard. So I just thought would work through what's there. I think probably most of this is actually going to Destash, because a lot of it I've had for quite a while. I've kind of bought when, I've been places and seen it and either liked colours or liked the patterns or what have you. And then, I just actually don't know what to do with it. So yes, I think probably most of it will go in onto Destash. And then I need to work out how I'm actually going to Destash it, because I know a lot of people sort of set up Instagram Destash accounts, but I don't really use Instagram, if I'm honest. So I'm actually just thinking of just actually putting it on the website and doing it that way, and then I can keep everything in one place and I know where I'm at. So I'm just going to see who's in the comments. Hi Donna, hi Tracy, hi Amanda. Lynn says, I hope you're all warmer than me. It's Baltic here today, can't seem to get warm. I am freezing, Lynn. My nose is absolutely, it's so cold. But I am literally going out straight after I have done the live today. So it's pointless putting the heating on, because I will be going out straight away afterwards. Rita's here. Hagar's here. Sue, Jilly, Muriel, Janet, Michelle, Sue. Welcome, everybody. I will just turn my banner off now, because we all know why we're here. So yeah, like I say, most of what is on here is probably going to go. Donna says there are Facebook Destash groups, or post in the club first. You might be surprised how many of us will be interested. Yeah. And Tracy's saying pop it on the website. Yeah, I don't think I can be chewed with Facebook groups. Even just putting stuff on Facebook Marketplace is just, it's a nightmare. So what I was thinking of doing is obviously popping it on the website, because then I can set it so that it works out postage for people and what have you. It makes it a lot easier. And I can set it so that, I can show it to those in the club first. And then, if nobody wants it, then I can open it up. There's ways and means of me doing it. You could do a What's Up Destash auction. I've not heard of What's Up. Do you mean what is that? What not? I don't know whether we have that over here. But yeah, there's a few different ways. I just kind of probably need to get it all put to one side, work out what I'm doing with it, and then how I'm going to actually deal with it. Amanda's saying website will probably be best. I think that's probably going to be the easiest thing for me, because it's taking photos, it's uploading everything. So if everything's in one place, it's less likely for me to get confused, which is the major issue for me, because I get confused quite easily. So yeah, so like I say, this was all in sort of like the bottom shelf, which all of my shelves are pretty organized. Like I have all my cottons on one shelf, I have all my leathers on another shelf, I have all my vinyls on another shelf. I've hardly got any vinyl. Like when I've sorted everything out, I'm very, very low on vinyl. So that will be something that I probably will be buying regularly. Muriel saying you're right, whatnot. Yeah, I have heard of it, but I don't know whether we have that over here. I don't know whether it is a UK thing or not. I'm not sure. not very down with the kids. So yes, so this it's kind of been, this is the shelf where kind of the things that don't fit into any other category have kind of ended up. So none of you will be surprised to see that I bought 2 of these panels. Now, I don't know whether the panels are too big to make something bag-wise. They possibly are. Although I could make sort of a shopping tote for going and buying fabric, I suppose. But yeah, you won't be surprised to see that I bought 2 Highland cow, which way are we? Panels. So think I'm going to hang on to these. No, I said I was going to get rid of most of them. Deb, you're full of it. But it's Highland cow, and I do have 2 Highland cow cushions on my settee, which pretty much do need replacing because they are very tatty because the dogs lie on them. So I'm probably going to I'm going to keep those because I'm either going to maybe make a shop bear or some cushions. Muriel says Highland cows are super cute. I just love them. I absolutely love them. And then I did buy 4 of the peacock panels. I think when I bought these, I think I got them in Abercorn in Manchester when I was in Manchester the other year. So they've literally sat in my stash since then. And there's 4 of them, and I think I'm going to destash these because I'm not particularly precious about the peacock design. I'm not a lover of massive amount of cushions on my sofa. I've got a couple of cushions, mainly one for Bruce to lie on, one for Hamish to lie on. So yeah, so they are going to go into the destash. So I'm going to work my way through these. So this basically is a load of wool. Now, we know I love wool, so it's no surprise that I've bought loads of wool over my time. And my wool shelf will not be getting touched because all of the wool, apart from, there is some, and it's here. Hopefully my big bum wasn't on screen for too long there. This was the only one that I pulled out of my wool stash, which I definitely am going to destash. I did love it when I bought it, and I do love the colours, but yeah, it doesn't inspire me. So I don't know whether it's because it's very bright colours. I don't know what to pair it with. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure there's a metre of that, and I bought that in Leeds. I can't remember the name. It's in the market, but I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, so that is going into destash. So I'll put that on the website. I have this. I don't know whether the camera can pick up. It's like a little bit of like a herringbone pattern. I have used some of it, so I think there's about half a metre left. But I think I probably am going to destash this as well because it's similar to quite a few bits that I've already got, and I don't know, because I do like it. Shall I put it in the maybe pile? I'm going to put it to one side for the time being. Let's put it there for the time being. I'll come back to it. This fabric, I actually don't really know 100% what it is, how I've ended up with it. I've probably had it given to me at some point, but it's like a suiting type fabric. I think it's definitely like a polyester type fabric, but it's, again, I don't know whether you can kind of see that in the camera. It's got like a bit of a plaid pattern in it. There's a metre of that. and that is going into Destash. I do like it. I do like the pattern. I do think it would make a lovely bag for like a contrast, maybe with some like dark brown leather. But I really need to make some space. So this is going into Destash. And then I'm not kind of going to show all of these, but I've got these sort of long pieces of wool. It's tweed, but it's Yorkshire tweed. I've bought it in Yorkshire. I bought it in Hebden Bridge, if I remember rightly. And there's just lots of sort of very long pieces. The pieces, the width of them is about 7.5, 8 inches. So I think they've come from somebody who has, you know, they're basically scraps from another process of somebody's. Because I bought them in like sort of a little, like, it was one of them shops where they just sold all sorts of little things. Like, it was just, yeah, it had all sorts of random, and I mean random things. So yes, so I think there is one, which is this one, which I think I'm going to keep because I do like this one. And then the rest of them are all sort of very similar. Like I say, they're all very sort of like Yorkshire tweed. They'd be brilliant for anybody who wanted to go at making hats, you know, like the flat caps. They would be fantastic for that. But I've just got this massive pile of them. So yeah, I think what I'll probably do is sort of bundle these ones up into maybe like 3 or 4 pieces and then put them on. And I do have already sorted out a load of Harris tweed scraps that I got when I was in Auburn. That again, I just haven't had the time to do anything with, and they are just sitting in a bag. So they've been put into sort of 2 scrap bags. I'm going to put them on the website, as well as I did come across some leather scraps. So if anybody sort of into making jewelry or likes to make sort of like the little, you know, the little bag things that go onto, you know, like bag charms that go onto bags with leather, I'm going to have 2 boxes of leather scraps as well to put on. Janet's saying she can't part with any fabric. I'm having to because I might have some more on the way, but we'll talk about that another time. Hi Sophie, he's not feeling very well, get well soon. Jonathan, one of my relatives used to live in Hebden Bridge. Yeah, well, obviously, you know, I'm in Yorkshire quite a lot of the time, and I went there with my friend back end of the summer last year. We had a lovely visit. But yes, I need to stop going into shops that sell lots of random things and coming out with random things, because I have no willpower at all. So yeah, I'm going to pop them onto the Destash. And then this is a big coffee sack that I can't remember where I got. I mean, basically it's huge, it's massive. Yeah, and I bought it thinking, oh, I'll make something with that. Never have, and it's sat in my cupboard ever since. So I think that's going into Destash as well. Donna says, I'm working on a 40 style make, do and mend design. Those scraps will be perfect. Yeah, well, I shall definitely put them on, and then I'll probably share the link in the club first, and then put it out to everybody else. And then these are all sort of upholstery type fabrics. This is sort of like a terracotta orange. It's shown quite bright on screen, but it's not actually as bright in real life as what it's showing up on screen. And this is one that I'm really unsure about. I really love this colour. And it works well instead of vinyl. Like, even though it's not a vinyl, it's got that sort of like structure to it. You know, it makes bag straps really quite nicely. So I think I might keep this. This one wants to go on the floor. I might keep this one. I'm going to put this in the might pile, and I can come back to that one. But I do love this colour, so I think I'm going to keep that one. And then I've got this piece, which I have used some out of. So there's about, I think, just under half a metre in this sort of like rust brick colour. It's got quite a bit of texture to it. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like it's kind of knitted, but it's not, obviously. Like I say, it's an upholstery fabric. And I have used this one quite a few times, and I think I've made all the things that I want to make out of this fabric. Sorry, my camera colour keeps going really funny, where I'm putting different colours up in front of it and it doesn't know what to do. So yes, so I think this one's going to go into Destash. And then again, a very similar sort of colour. And this again is an upholstery weight fabric. It's, again, I don't know whether you can see, it's like a sort of velvety chenille. There's quite a lot of this. I think there's a good metre, but it's very wide. And I think this one's going to go into Destash as well. Although I do love the colour, I don't actually know like when or what I would use it for. I mean, it would be great for upholstery cushions. It would be great for sort of like carpet style bags, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's like a really sort of deep orange, like a really earthy orange. So yeah, so I think that'll go into the Destash. Now this one, I think I'm probably going to keep. I bought this. Where did I buy this? Abercorns in Manchester when I was there a few, not summer gone, the summer before, I think it was. And it's like a sort of one of those like tapestry type canvas. It's really quite heavyweight, but I do love it. I've got a metre of this. That's the right side, sorry. So yes, I've got a metre of this, and it's all my favourite colours, the greens, the blues. I just need to find something to pair it with, which I think is what's been the difficulty. I'm going to fold it the other way. I think that's what I've had the difficulty with sort of so far, finding something that sort of matches with it. But I have got some really nice teal vinyl that I got from Abercorns in Wales that I think would go with this. So yeah, so this one's getting kept. So I've literally got 2 pieces that I'm definitely keeping, quite a few that I'm not keeping, and a few that I'm not sure about so far. These 2 are very similar. Again, upholstery weight type fabrics. This is like a brown plaid. Obviously you can see that I bought a metre and I've used about half of it. And then I've got like a red brick colour as well, like probably more like a maroon colour actually. and I'm not sure about these two because I do really like them. Is this a destash or a restash? Well, I've literally just pulled everything out of my drawer, out of my cupboard. So, you know, the cupboard was, I couldn't get the door shut. So hopefully I'll be able to get the door shut once, you know, once I'm sorted. But I did make a couple of NCWs out of this fabric. That went really well. I really liked it. This is about 1/2 metre of the brown one left, and I think some scraps there. There's just over 1/2 metre of the red one left. I'd obviously need to pull them out and check exact sizes before I listed them. Do you know what? I'll put them in, and then if they don't go, I won't be that bothered. But if they do go, then they go. And then I've got quite a few velvets that I've bought. And again, I've done bits and pieces with them, but I'm not 100% sure whether I want to keep them and make anything else out of them. So I've got this sort of moss green colour. Obviously it's green. I love it. But I'm just not sure what I'd make with it. So yeah, so I think all of these velvets, I'll need to sort of like tidy up the edges and measure them fully. I think all of these velvets are going to go into the Destash. This is sort of like a teal green. All of these velvets, I think, from Emmanuel's. And then, you know, if they go, they go. If they don't, you know, I can either donate them somewhere or try to find something to make with them. I've got this mustard colour. It is a beautiful colour. And I have, like, you can see there's a few little bits at the bottom gone, but yeah, I haven't used much of it. Sabine saying love the colour but don't like velvet for bags. Yeah, I know some people love to make bags out of velvet, but I tend to stick to sort of vinyls and what have you. So I think all of these will go. I will put them on the website. Oh, I can't find the end of this one. There we go. And if they go, they go, and if they don't, they don't. And then this is sort of like a really deep forest green. It's a gorgeous colour. It is a gorgeous colour. But yeah, that one's going to go into Destash. And then this is like a printed velvet. It's a bit lighter weight. I have used a tiny little bit out of it, but not much. I think I've got 1 metre. So they'll be like just under 1 metre. It's a Harlequin fabric. This design, which, you know, I do love it. I just don't know what to make with it. So yeah. So I think, you know, that's going to go into Destash, and if somebody wants it, they can take it. And then these were just a few other little bits of, I've got these sort of, they're like a canvas type material. This one's foxes and this one's giraffe. There's not very much of this left, so I'll probably just put these like 2 together. But I think if I remember rightly, I made a bag for somebody out of this, and then needed a bit extra and had to buy like a metre or something for the bit extra that I needed, and then I've never looked at it since. So they are going to go into the Destash. And then I've basically just got like a load of sort of scraps of Marvel fabrics that I have used a fair bit out of. Some of them I haven't. But there's around about 1/2 metre, sometimes a little bit less on each of them. Obviously I'm going to measure them and double check them. That one's Supergirl, so obviously that's DC, not Marvel. So I'll probably stick them on together. I bought them kind of to make things for other people who I've made them for now, and that's kind of what's left. So I think I'll probably maybe just put them on as sort of one lot. Sue saying glass case lining, that's really clever to use the velvet for. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So I'd say the vast majority of that pile that I had there is so I've just noticed another one on the floor, is going to destash. I have some of this watermelon fabric. I'm sure when I bought it, it said it was cotton, but I think it's more of a polycotton. It definitely feels more of a polycotton. So again, this has been in my stash for probably about 3 or 4 years. I think I used a little bit of it to make a bag for Neve at one point. So I'll put that in, and if people want it, great. If they don't, I might use it for a lining for a bag for her at some point. But yeah, so literally what I'm keeping is my tapestry fabric and the Highland cow panels. They're definitely what I'm keeping. I think I'm definitely going to keep this. If in 6 months time I still haven't used it, sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. If in 6 months time I haven't used it, I'll destash it, I promise. So you can come back to this video and go, Deb, you said if you hadn't used that orange fabric that you were going to destash it, and you haven't used it, so you're destashing it, and I will destash it. And then I think I might keep a hold of this as well. And then again, if I haven't used this in the next 6 months, then I will destash it if I haven't used it up. But I do have some really nice vinyl that'll go with this. So yeah, so I'm literally keeping 3 or 4 pieces. And then the only other thing that I had that I wasn't sure what to do was this that I got in a previous bag maker's box, because I've never actually sewn with clear. It's a TUP or TPU it's called. And I don't know whether to destash it or to try sewing something with it. I'm not sure. So I'm going to just put that to one side for the time being while I read the comments. Julie says, can I ask a question, please? I've bought something called Buckram Stiffening Interface, and can I use this for purses? Is it stiff enough? It should be, if it's sort of got that really sort of like cardboard, not necessarily cardboard feel, but cardboard structure to it. It should be strong enough to use in like your purse or wallet. What I tend to do is put like any of my interfacing like that, like Buckram, or even if I'm using Decaville heavy or something like that, I'll tend to put it in after I've turned the purse through, if I can, so it doesn't crinkle and get all creased. So yeah, so Donna's saying she's got a roll of it, not sure what to make. Tracy says I have too. Well, maybe we should just get together and all just say that we're going to make something with this. I think, you know, that clear vinyl, and like that I've never sewn with that jelly vinyl either. I know that can sometimes be, you know, you've got to change your tension and that sometimes with those types of things. and it's always just dauntages, and I've thought, no, I'll just stick to what I know. So yeah, maybe those of us that still have this and haven't, trying like not to like let the camera reflect too much on it, those of us that still have this, we should maybe set ourselves a little challenge of making something and getting over our fear of it. Donna's saying Emma's Sonia bag uses it. That's thought. Could make a shaker pouch and put some sprinkly bits in it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. I mean, I obviously want to make something that was useful for either somebody or for me, rather than just making something for the sake of making something. But yeah, like I say, I haven't actually ever sewn with the cleat, other than, you know, like making a little card ID slot type thing. I've never actually sewn with clear vinyl. So, but I do have a friend who loves all things pineapple, like absolutely loves all things pineapple. So, you know, maybe it would be an opportunity to make something for her. I just need to think of what ideas in the comments. Give me some ideas, and then I can look through my patterns to see what I've got, and then go from there. So I will try over the next week or two to start and get these all put onto the website. I can't sort of say how quickly I'll get it done in amongst everything else that I have to do. But I will. What I'll do is I'll take them like sort of into my work area, so they can get all sorted in there. And then I do have like lots of fabrics that I've bought for dressmaking over the years. That is just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. So I could do another destash if you fancy watching me do another destash and literally going through the dressmaking fabrics. I do want to try and get back into doing some clothes sewing, but I will never ever sew enough clothes to get through the fabrics that I've got. So yeah, if you want us to do another destash with the 3 shells that I might have of that fabric, then let me know. And if I'm putting other stuff away, if I come across anything that I know isn't going to go back into my cupboard, that it is just going to go into destash, I'm just going to add it onto the website, and it'll just go into the destash section. But I probably will share it in the club first. Amanda's saying box pouches with a TPU. Sue saying I've got that pineapple. Going to make a pouch for sun cream for when I'm on the beach. Yeah, I mean, my friend who loves pineapples, who I'm thinking of making something with that for, goes away all of the time. So something sort of travel related probably would be a really good idea for her. Donna's cutting out our straps from Mr. Heckles. And more saying my everyday bag is a boxy bag by Oakler Roots using clear vinyl. That would work as well, wouldn't it? Like a boxy bag. For, like Sue was saying, like suntan creams and things. But then the Sonia bag would probably work quite well, because that's like a beach bag, isn't it? I'll have to take a look at that pattern, because I know it's not one that I've got. I don't think, anyway. I can have a look in my pattern, but it doesn't ring a bell, because I print out all of my front patterns, you know, like the front sheet with the pictures on, and put them into a file, and I can't remember seeing that one at any point, so definitely don't think I've got that one, but I will just double check in case it's the one I forgot to print out at any point. But yeah, I think the Sonia bag might be a good idea, or like some sort of beach bag. because she does go away quite often. Mary says, I made Spencer Ogg's cosmetic pouch, which is a free pattern in clear vinyl. Like say another great one for putting suntan creams and stuff in. So yeah, so I might hang on to the pineapple for a little bit and see if I can make something for her with it. Sort of conquer my fears of sewing something that I'm not used to sewing with. And then yeah, like I say, if I come across anything else from sort of that cupboard or type of stuff that's similar, I'll just chuck it in all onto the Destash section of my website, because I do need to clear some space, because although I'm supposed to be on a ban, I might have bought fabric, but that'll be another. It hasn't come yet, so I can't show you it. But that'll be another video. But I need to find somewhere for it. So yeah, I'm also supposed to be on a pattern buy and ban, and I've bought the Penny by Woodland Stitches. I've bought the new one by Saya Swags, the Annabelle bag, and while I was there I bought the Sue Sling as well. So you know, I have the willpower of a gnat. I mean, the fabric that I've got coming is all quite intentional fabric. It's all very much like blender linen type fabrics, because I have been going through quite a lot of them lately. So I have quite a lot of fabrics, you know, like cottons with patterns on. So I've needed fabrics that go with those. So that's my girl math for why I went and bought them. But Andy was actually looking on the same site and was sending me some links, and he's like, oh, I really like this fabric and I really like this fabric, and I was like, oh, I've ordered that one, I've ordered that one, and he was like, oh well, I can just use some of yours, and I was like, absolutely not. I'll go on and order you some more. So he's starting his own little stash now, so hopefully once I get everything sorted and I can move everything out of those cupboards into sort of shelves behind me, which is what I plan to do. He can have his own little nook where he can keep his fabrics, and yeah, and then he doesn't need to encroach on mine. Tracy says, put your pattern buy-in down to work related. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously all of my patterns are work related. It's very, very rare now that actually I sew something purely just because I want to sew it. There's always like something work related behind it, either practice bag for making a video, or it's making a video, or yes, it's very, very rare that I will ever sort of just buy a pattern purely because I've got no intention of, you know, doing something on YouTube with it or what have you. So yeah. Donna's saying, has he got his own shelf? No, not yet. He could, because there is a shelf clear now, so when his fabrics do arrive, they can go on there. But the fabrics, because he bought a couple, I think I shared them of when we were in Harrogate, and he bought a couple of fabrics then. They're just kind of sitting in with my stash, but I know that they're his fabrics. So yeah, Tracy says I can do more live masterclasses, no problem. And Mary's saying, I've also followed a Lauren Mamino tutorial for clear vinyl pouch. Yeah, I think I probably just definitely need to look at it a little bit more and not be scared of it. Maybe just do a little bit of practice sewing with it. But I think probably a beach type bag, and if there's enough, maybe make a pouch or a part of a pouch with what's left. So yeah, so I'm going to go and put all of these in the workroom, like where all my stock is, so that I can eventually get them all put onto the website. I'm going to put these couple of bits and pieces back away in the cupboard, and then I'll have a think about the other three shelves that I need to sort out. But like I say, they are mostly dressmaking type fabrics, quite a lot of knit fabrics and such like. But thank you for sort of keeping me company while I went through them, and I think I'm quite proud of myself. Like I think I was quite brutal. Like, you know, there's a lot of fabrics in there that I do like the colour of, but I just don't know what I'd make with them. So it's right, they can go, and I can be good, and I can make room for more fabric and more patterns, because the amount of patterns that I have printed out now, like I'm starting to run out of space for them. So Valerie's saying, have to watch Emma's video on the Sonia. Yeah, I will definitely do that. So yes, I'm going to go and tidy up, put these away, put these in the garage, and then I need to go for an appointment, and then I'm going to have a chill evening. Tracy says, keep talking or I will have to cook dinner. I'm so sorry, Tracy, but I've got to take my mum to an appointment. So, and yeah, apologies that, you know, you'll just have to maybe make dinner, but I will be back to normal time next week of 5 o'clock. If I've got something to chat about on the live. Stacey's saying, I've started binding my patterns and putting it into a folder after seeing one of your videos. Yeah. I think I'm trying to remember Pauline. Pauline was got a bind, can't get my words out, got a binder and has been binding all of her patterns. So I've got my 2 from Kasaya just all printed out, ready to go. So I might actually, when I get back, rather than just sitting chilling, I might come in here and put something on the TV, and I might get those patterns bind, set the folders up for them, and I might cut out an Annabelle. We shall see. So yes, so thank you very much for joining me. If any of you are in the club, I'll see you tomorrow night for another session with Mr. Heckles. Anybody else? Wednesday, I've got Laura from the Specky Seamstress on the podcast, and then Thursday I'm going to be sewing up a passion flower. So please feel free to join me for any of them. Lindsay, interesting to see how you decide what to keep. Yeah, I knew I need to be brutal. And I'm just sort of thinking, if it doesn't make my heart sing, then yeah, it needs to go. And I promise that if I don't do anything with those 2 fabrics that I was humming and hawing about, if I haven't sewn anything with those in the next 6 months, I will destash them. I won't hang on to them for any longer than that. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you on another video soon. Thank you to everybody for all the love and support that you show me on my videos, the comments, the likes and everything. It really does mean the world. So until next time, see you soon. Bye.